You know, Ryan Kelly was drafted in the first round of the 2017 draft to be the franchise center for the Indianapolis Colts. It's too bad they haven't had a franchise quarterback since then. Every single year, every single camp, Ryan Kelly has had to prepare with a different starting quarterback than the quarterback who played the year before. How is this camp different, and what does this Colts offensive line need to do to get the best out of Matt Ryan?
It's great, man. I've said this before, but I think the work that we had from mid-April to mid-June really set us apart and really, started our relationship well. Kind of something we've been missing the last couple of years, and so I think that the team, what we were able to do in those 2 months, were just vital for our success this year.
You guys have had, last year the offensive line, guys were banged up.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you get from the next month and a half in that regard if guys are healthy? How much do you actually get in terms of real football and a feel for the offensive line?
Yeah, I think we've always said that this team will go as far as the offensive line goes. That starts now. Whether you're in high school, college, NFL, August is always for training camp. It's always going to be a grind, but the specific position of offensive line has to be created in this time of year. And so I know we've got new faces in the room. We've got positions battling here and there. And guys will obviously get hurt just the way the game goes. But what we can do outside of the game, the field, in the lunchroom, at dinner, in the meeting rooms, talking football, those will ultimately pay dividends for us this year.
Brian, is it fair that for a lot of reasons last year wasn't up to your standards as an offensive line?
Yeah, we had some really great games, Buffalo, Jets, some other big ones, but we just didn't play consistently from start to finish. So I think that the camp this year is going to be that much more important, that we get off the right start and play consistent all year long.
Right, what can you share about how Matt Pryor approaches his work on a daily basis?
Yeah, I think we certainly have a standard in an offensive line room of how we go out, whether it's the warm-up or the offensive line position stuff that we do, and then going into teamwork. He's been fantastic at all that. And I think that to keep the standard for all the young guys starts with me, Q, Braden, and Pryor obviously has been no special to that. He's been great. Coming in, he looks great. I just saw him a couple hours ago. He looks fantastic, and I know he'll be ready for day one tomorrow.
Every team. Go ahead right now. Is Costanzo still on retainer over the phone if you guys need a quick shout if you're a left tackle in this thing?
I think according to him he is, but yeah, he reaches out to us more now than he ever did when he was playing. So that's. I look back on it. It was Costanzo, Q, me, Glow, and Braden played a lot of games together. And so I think that certainly you step away from the game, you're going to miss it. But I think he sees it as his way to give back to football. He was a pro for 10 years. He did such a great job of taking care of his body, his diet, the way he prepared for games. I think he just wants to help us, and I know he's. I'm sure he'll be calling us in the next couple of days or so. So it's been awesome to have him as a role model in that regard.
I know every team says they want to start fast, but with 5 of the first 7 games being against the AFC South, is there any shift in that mentality during camp?
No, I think it's just more heightened. Obviously, we've preached about week 1 since we've been here, since I've been here, about getting to a hot start, and we just haven't done that. We've had some really great games week 1, we just haven't got a win, and so I think that's obviously number one. It starts with training camp. Like I said, April to June, I thought we had such a great momentum as far as this team going forward. It's just a different vibe, a different appreciation for what we were doing, and I think that it's certainly going to roll into training camp and roll into week 1. We've got a tough stretch the first 7 weeks, but if we don't take care of week 1, the rest of the season will be different. So I think if we get 1-0 for week 1, we'll be having a lot of fun and roll into the season that way.
Ryan Kelly hit the nail right on the head. Colts have got to start out quick. They have not started out 2-0 since 2009 and haven't won their season opener since 2013. That means that Ryan Kelly has never been on a Colts team that has won their opener or won their first 2, and that's got to change this year, and it starts with the offensive line. They have got to figure out how to keep pressure off Matt Ryan and how to open holes for Jonathan Taylor. They checked that box last year for sure.